Chapter 2, MS Access. Introduction. Microsoft Access is a database management system from Microsoft. Microsoft Access stores data in its own format. Access is a database tool for gathering and understanding all your information and providing a convenient way to enter, navigate, and report out your data. By information, it is meant to any kind of record that needs to be maintained. For example, an attendance register of a class, employees database, students report cards, etc. Starting MS Access. MS Access is a member of the Microsoft Office suite of applications. Steps to start the application is similar to what we have learned while starting other applications such as Word and others. Step 1. Click Office button and click on All Programs. Step 2. Click Microsoft Access under Microsoft Office folder. Step 3. Getting started with Microsoft Office Access window appears. Select New Blank Database and click Create. Step 4. MS Access 2007 window appears to work with. The Microsoft Office button. In the upper left corner of the Access window is the Microsoft Office button. When you click the button, a menu appears. You can use the menu to create a new file, open an existing file, save a file, and perform many other tasks. The Quick Access toolbar. Next to the Microsoft Office button is the Quick Access toolbar. The Quick Access toolbar provides you with access to commands you frequently use. By default, Save, Undo, and Redo appear on the Quick Access toolbar. You use Save to save an object, Undo to roll back an action you have taken, and Redo to reapply an action you have rolled back. The title bar. The title bar is located at the top in the center of the Access window. The title bar displays the name of the database on which you are currently working. The ribbon. You use commands to tell Access what to do. In Access 2007, you use the ribbon to issue commands. The ribbon is located near the top of the Access window, below the Quick Access toolbar. At the top of the ribbon are several tabs. Clicking a tab displays related command groups. Within each group are related command buttons. You click buttons to issue commands or to access menus and dialog boxes. You may also find a dialog box launcher in the bottom right corner of a group. When you click the dialog box launcher, a dialog box makes additional commands available. Access objects. To view or hide the objects on the navigation pane, click the double down arrows to view objects. The double down arrows change to double up arrows. Click the double up arrows to hide objects. The double up arrows change to double down arrows. As stated earlier, the navigation pane stores the objects in your database: tables, queries, forms, reports, macros, and modules. Objects always display with an icon to the right. The icon tells you the object type: table, query, form, report, macro, and module. Tables. In Access, data is stored in tables. A table is a set of columns and rows, with each column referred to as a field. Each value in a field represents a single type of data. Each row of a table is referred to as a record. Queries. You use queries to retrieve specific data from your database and to answer questions about your data. For example, you can use a query to find the names of the employees in your database who live in a particular state. Forms. Forms give you the ability to choose the format and arrangement of fields. You can use a form to enter, edit, and display data. Reports. Reports organize or summarize your data so you can print it or view it on screen. You often use reports when you want to analyze your data or present your data to others. Macros. Macros give you the ability to automate tasks. You can use a macro to add functionality to a form, report, or control. Modules. Like macros, modules give you the ability to automate tasks and add functionality to a form, report, or control. Macros are created by choosing from a list of macro actions, whereas modules are written in Visual Basic for applications. You double-click an object to open the object. You right-click an object to view a menu of options. You can use the menu to do such things as open objects, rename objects, and delete objects. Objects that are open appear on tabs. Right-click a tab to view a menu of options you can perform, such as save the object, close the object, or change the view. Change views. A view is a way of looking at an object. For example, in Access, data is stored in tables. Two of the possible ways you can view a table are Datasheet view and Design view. You can see the data contained in a table in Datasheet view. You can see the design of a table in Design view. When you open an object, buttons appear in the lower right corner of the Access window. You can use the View button on the Home tab to change views, or you can click the proper button in the lower right corner of the window. What is database? A database is a systematically organized or structured repository of indexed information that allows easy retrieval, updating, analysis, and output of data. Stored usually in a computer, this data could be in the form of graphics, reports, scripts, tables, text, etc., representing almost every kind of information. Advantages of a database: reduced data redundancy, reduced updating errors and increased consistency, improved data access to users through use of host and query languages, improved data security, reduced data entry, storage and retrieval costs. Relational Database Management System. A relational database is a database that has a collection of tables of data items, all of which is formally described and organized according to the relational model. The term is in contrast to only one table as the database, and in contrast to other models which also have many tables in one database. The Database Management System (DBMS) of a relational database is called an RDBMS and is the software of a relational database. The relational database was first defined in June 1970 by Edgar Cord of IBM's Sandrose Research Laboratory. Creating an Access database. Microsoft Access 2007 provides you two methods of creating a database: using blank database, using a template. The template could be already installed or one can download it from office.com online. To use a template to create a database. Step 1. Start Access. The Getting Started with Microsoft Office Access screen appears. Step 2. Click a category in the Template Categories pane or the From Microsoft Office Online pane. Icons representing local templates appear in the center of the window. Step 3. Click the icon for the template you want to use. Step 4. Click the Browse button. The File New Database window appears. Step 5. Locate the folder in which you want to store your database. Step 6. Click OK. Step 7. Click Create. Access creates and opens your database. Step 8. Open the navigation pane. Access displays the tables, queries, forms, reports, and other objects related to the database you selected. You may wish to display the objects by type. Create a database based on the templates that are found online. Online templates fall into the following categories: business, education, personal, and non-profit. To create a database based on one of these templates, Step 1. Start Access. The Getting Started with Microsoft Office Access screen appears. Make sure you are connected to the Internet. Step 2. Click the category for the template you want to create. Icons representing Internet templates appear in the center of the window. Step 3. Click the icon for the template you want to use to create your database. Step 4. Click the Browse button. Step 5. Locate the folder in which you want to store your database and click OK. Step 6. Click Download. Step 7. Access downloads and opens your database. Step 8. Open the navigation pane. Access displays the tables, queries, forms, reports, and other objects related to your database. Create a blank database. A blank database is a database with nothing in it. You must create all the tables, forms, reports, queries, and so on. If you cannot find a template that suits your needs, create a blank database. After you create the database, Access opens to a datasheet and makes available the tools you need to create objects. Creating tables is the first step in building a database. You will learn more about creating tables in the next lesson. To create a blank database, Step 1. Start Access. Step 2. Click Blank Database. Step 3. Type the name you want to give your database in the File Name field. Access will automatically append .accdb to the name. Step 4. Click the Browse button. The File New Database window appears. Step 5. Locate the folder in which you want to store your database. Note that the name of the file appears in the File Name field. Step 6. Click OK. Step 7. Click the Create button. Access creates the database and opens a data sheet with the table tools available to you. Note the table tools in the upper right corner of the ribbon. Opening an existing database. Step 1. Click the Office button. A menu appears. Step 2. Click Open. Step 3. Locate the folder in which you stored your database. Step 4. Click the database name. Step 5. Click Open. Access opens the database. Shortcut. You can also open an existing database by pressing Ctrl+O and then following steps 3 through 5. Close a database and exit Access. To close a database, Step 1. Click the Microsoft Office button. A menu appears. Step 2. Click Close Database. Access closes the database. To exit Access, Step 1. Click the Microsoft Office button. A menu appears. Step 2. Click Exit Access. You exit Access. What is a data sheet? In Access, data is stored in tables. A data sheet displays the information stored in a table in columns and rows. The columns are called fields and the rows are called records. You can use a data sheet to create a table, enter data, retrieve data, and perform other tasks. Microsoft Access Tables. Tables are the foundation of an Access database. Access stores data in tables. This lesson teaches you how to create a table, add fields to a table, assign data types to fields, and set field properties. Understanding tables. A table is a set of columns and rows. Each column is called a field. Within a table, each field must be given a name, and no two fields can have the same name. Elements of table. Fields. Fields are columns of the table. Field is a collection of data items of a particular type. Records. Records are rows of table which represent a different entity. For example, in the above table, there are 4 fields: student ID, first name, last name, and email address. There are records of 3 students. Primary key. A field which is unique and does not contain any duplicate data is called primary key. A table can have only one primary key. Example, in above table, student ID is primary key. Data types. While creating a table, we assign a data type to each field. A data type specifies what type of data a field can accept. For example, name will be text and student ID will be number data type. Some important table data types are as follows. Text. It stores alphanumeric value, that is a combination of text and numbers. It can store up to 255 characters. Memo. It is similar to text, stores text and numbers, but has more storage capacity of up to 65,535 characters. Number. It contains numbers. Currency. A currency contains symbols for currency, for example, dollar, decimals, and commas. Date, time. It stores date and time in proper format. Yes, no. It is also called as logical data type. It can be either yes, no, or true, false. Auto number. Access automatically increments, decrements the number whenever a new record is entered. Value in auto number cannot be modified. Lookup wizard. It allows the user to select a value for the field from the given list of values. Creating tables. Access provides several ways to create and view the objects in your database. The 2 most common and important ways to create a table are Datasheet View and Design View. Creating a table using Datasheet View. Step 1. Click the Add New Field column label. Step 2. Click the Datasheet tab. Step 3. Click Rename in the Fields and Columns group. Step 4. Type the field name. Step 5. Click the down arrow next to the first name field and then choose a data type. Step 6. Click the down arrow next to the Format field and then choose a format. Access assigns a data type and format to the field you selected. Step 7. Press Enter. Access creates the field. Type the next field name. Access creates the field. Continue until you have created all of the fields in your table. Step 8. Press Enter without entering a field name to end your entries. Or right-click the Add New Field column label. A menu appears. Click Rename column, type the field name, press Enter. Access creates the field. Type the next field name. Access creates the field. Continue until you have created all of the fields in your table. Creating a table in Design View. If you want to create the basic table structure yourself and define all the field names and data types, you can create the table in Design View. Follow these steps. Step 1. Click the Create tab. Step 2. Click Table Design in the Tables group. Access changes to Design View and the table tools become available. Step 3. Type the first field name in the Field Name field and press the Tab key. Step 4. Click the down arrow that appears when you click in the Data Type field and then select a data type. Step 5. Click Primary key if the column you created is a primary key. A small key appears next to the field name. Press the Tab key. Step 6. Type a description. The description is optional. Step 7. Press the Tab key. Access moves to the Field Name field. Step 8. Repeat steps 3 through 10 until you have created all of your fields. For example, you can refer the following table for entering the fields. Saving a table. After you create a table, you must name and save it. To name and save a table, Step 1. Click the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. The Save As dialog box appears. Step 2. Type the name you want to give your table. Step 3. Click OK. Access names your table.